Welcome to Flower Juice. Today we're going to show you how to make a simple hand-tied bridal bouquet. Now, not every time do we want to make something that's really complicated, and sometimes it might just be for a person who only needs a bouquet. And really these calla lilies are the perfect flower for doing something that's very quick to do but very effective. So I've got a range of simple foliage. We've got a couple of different types of eucalyptus, we've got asparagus, we've got some bear grass, we've got our beautiful callas, and a few aspidistra as well, and a little bit of salal. So really the best way to do this is to lay out your materials so you can see what you've got. And when you're picking up your flowers, you're wanting to look at every one individually to see how they sit. Some will be more bendy, some will be stronger and thicker. What you need to do is choose the one for the purpose you need. So I'm looking for one that's going to go right down the middle, and that is one that's got a bit of length and is nice and bendy. And then we're just looking at our other ones. So this one's got a nice bend on it as well. So we are doing like a hand tie. So we are going to cross things over at the point, the crossing point. Now I've got a little bit here that is going to create a little bit of a framework. And we're just going to work these in. Now you can use a little bit of the salal just to give you a little bit of structure in there, a little bit of weight. And then we can just do this with them all in. So sometimes you see bouquets and they're very heavily done. This one I want to be a little bit looser, a little bit lighter. So you can really see the flowers and the stems. So I've got a couple of callas here that are a slightly different variety. They're bigger. And I really wanted one to be the main flower. Now for the asparagus, we're going to bring that so that that cascades down as well. So with this bouquet there's going to be a lot of movement. And really our little bit of bear grass is going to add to that. And we can bring the bear grass back on itself actually and make a loop if we want. So I'm keeping everything really very neat there. I think we've probably got enough of the asparagus, so we'll just add a few more flowers. So really here now I want these to start coming the other way. Just a little bit. I'm going to add a little bit there. So you have to keep just checking your balance, checking your flowers and how they're sitting. And the eucalyptus makes a perfect finish for this. So I'm just bringing these in nicely at the end. I'm going to look at my bouquet and see how do I like it. So I'm thinking I need another one in here, and we can just feed that in. And actually this one, I know we started with it, but I think what I'll do is I'm going to move him so that the stem's more in the centre, and he comes through. So with that hand tie technique, then you can basically rearrange your flowers relatively simply. Now, just to bind it off, I've got some paper covered wire. And we're just going to take that round a couple of times and just twist. So we're twisting that to catch. Now we can just trim that. So we've got a simple bouquet that's really quite a nice shape and quite classic. And now we need to trim the stems. So I'm going to trim them in a way that suits the style. Now you can keep this, you can make this bouquet in advance and you can put it in water. What I would do is I would keep it somewhere quite dark so it doesn't grow or change direction if you were making it in advance. But quite simple. Now you could just tie this off here and just finish it with a ribbon. What I want to do is use another little bit of tie, and we're going to bind it off with some decorative wire. So this stuff is brilliant. This is double-sided tape, and what I'm going to do is just wrap that round. Let it touch itself is so much easier, and then you can just peel it off. And then we can take our leaf, and just wrap that round. So the great thing with sticky tape is if the phone goes, you can answer the phone, and you can do other things. And then I've got a decor wire, and we're going to use our decor wire just to bind that off. Now you don't want to cut into this. You want it to be secure, but you don't want it to be biting into the actual leaf or into the stems. And then I'm bringing both the ends together. Do a twist to tighten it up. And with our scissors now, I'm just going to cut that and then grab the end and push that little tail into the leaf. So we're getting rid of any sharp point. Now just double check our ends. And there we have it. A simple bouquet for a modern bride. Very light, very easy to carry, and something that will be perfect for a wedding day. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe to keep up to date with all our videos.